What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the DC Comics Multiverse Justice League Aquaman. Here we do have Aquaman in the packaging. Really loving the design of this character. You can see he does come with a piece of Steppenwolf and his trident. You can see he is part of the Collect and Connect Steppenwolf wave. Image of Jason Momoa here as Aquaman. A little bio: at the brink of catastrophe, at the brink of a catastrophic assault, an unparalleled league of heroes must come together to save the planet. Other figures of this line do include Superman, Batman, The Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, and Wonder Woman. Getting all 6 figures does give you the Collect and Connect Steppenwolf. Really excited to have this guy, so what we're going to do now is take a little break, get him opened up, and then we'll go on to the rest of his review. And here we have Aquaman posing out of the packaging. Before we get on to the figure, let's actually show off his Build-A-Figure accessory. He does come with the right leg of Steppenwolf, and Steppenwolf is looking like he's going to be a pretty massive figure when he's all said and done. So with that out of the way, let's actually look at Aquaman. He does come with one accessory, and that being his trident. I don't know why I said trident. It is done in this gunmetal gray plastic. And you can see it has the 4 prongs. Aquaman's just going to take a nap right there. It has a 5 prongs, excuse me. Really nice detail right here at the point of the trident. But then you get to the handle and it's just plain. And then we get to the bottom of it where it actually has some really nice detail. No painted detail, but I don't think it's actually gold in the movie. I think it's more like this color. Maybe, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see until the movie comes out. But it does come with that, and it does fit in his right hand. And only his right hand, because his left hand is a fist. And getting it in is just as simple as prying it into his hand. And he holds it pretty well. The only thing is on mine, the wrist is really loose, as you can see. I'm really not going to be able to do much with this wrist. You can see he doesn't really support the trident all too well. Like, just tapping it moves it, and that's a little unfortunate. I will have to fix that, and I'll do it eventually when I get around to it. But here we do have Aquaman in hand, and I have to say, huge improvement from the Batman vs. Superman Aquaman. This one is a far superior figure. And speaking of which, let's actually get Aquaman posed right here really fast. And here we have the Justice League Aquaman posed next to the Dawn of Justice Aquaman. And as you can see, this one is a far superior figure. This one looked pretty good, but he was kind of small. This one is huge, just like Jason Momoa. And honestly, this one looks a little more like Jason Momoa than this one. This one looks like Rob Zombie. Now, I do have to point out that from looking at them and sculpting, I do believe that the heads are the exact same sculpt. The only thing is the paint. The paint really does make a lot of difference. And like I said, I've been looking at it from all sorts of angles, and it does appear that they are the exact same head sculpt, but this one just has a much better paint detail. Even the hair is no? The hair is the same, actually. If you follow the contours of the hair, this strand going up is the exact same one as this one. So they're actually using the exact same head, but this just goes to show you how much paint actually affects a figure. Where this one looks more like Jason Momoa, this one looks like Rob Zombie. And that's just so impressive that just a few little paint apps here and there makes a world of difference. And it does look like the hair is actually glued on a little better on the Justice League one, so that is pretty good. And then moving on to more of his detail, you can see all that really beautiful sculpted detail. All these figures seem to sacrifice articulation for sculpt, and that's a problem Mattel has never been able to accomplish, is giving us well-articulated figures with a lot of detail. They sacrifice one for the other. But the amount of detail on this guy is insane. All these golds and greens on him. They look really phenomenal. You can have Aquaman giving the thumbs up if you really want to. He does kind of sort of have the little fin right here on his arm, so that's pretty cool. And then we do have the Aquaman emblem on the back of his belt as well as the front of his belt. And then you can see all the golds and greens that I was talking about. I think he's molded in this color, this bronze gold, and the green is just a wash effect, but it's done really, really well. And he just has a lot of detail going through him. So that's Aquaman's detail for you guys. So what we're going to do now is move on to his articulation. And like I said, he does suffer from sculpt versus articulation. As far as articulation goes, he does have a ball-jointed head. He can look up, but his hair is always going to be in the way. Can look down, but now his beard butts up against his chest. He does have some slight tilt, but again, his hair butts up on the armor. Can turn left and right, but again, his long hair does limit articulation, and thankfully these are a soft piece of, I think they're actually an appliance. Yeah, they're actually pegged into his torso. So that's all the articulation we're going to get. It's not too major, but if you work around it, you can get him moving. Arms on a ball joint do a full 360, and again, these are attached to his torso, so they do get out of the way. They go out to about that far. We do get a bicep swivel. Single joint in the elbow, giving us about 90. Not quite there, but it's probably the best that we've seen besides Superman. He has a wrist swivel. No articulation here, although they could have cut right here at his chest and given us an ab crunch, which I don't know why. Maybe it's because the back. I don't know. There's just a lot of things that Mattel does for the sake of being lazy sometimes. He does swivel right here at the waist. Legs go forward. They don't go back, but they do go out all the way. Really impressive. He has no thigh swivel, which is a little unfortunate, but he does have a single bend in the knee. And he does have articulation in the knee, it looks like. I don't know, I don't think... No, he's not supposed to, but this leg is spinning for some reason. That's not supposed to happen. He does not have a swivel right here. I don't know why mine is doing it. But talking about detail, there's even sculpted detail under his kneecap. How cool is that? But single joint at the knee and an ankle hinge. So that's all the articulation on Aquaman. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get him posed for my final thoughts, then we'll wrap up this review. So sit tight, everyone. So here we have Aquaman posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really do love this figure, and I think he is one of my favorite figures. I actually do think he's actually going to be one of the biggest hits of the movie, and I'm really looking forward to see how Jason Momoa plays Aquaman. Now, if you're looking for the Justice League figures, they are hitting shelves right now. The release date was August 1st. I picked mine up at Target, and it took 4 hours of waiting, but I finally have all 6 of them in hand, so be looking out for their reviews. They do cost you about $21.84, something like that with tax. And that's standard for the Multiverse and all 6-inch figures. If you're looking for them, I really do recommend Aquaman. He's such a great figure and a step up from the previous release. I can't recommend him any more than I am now. So go out, get this figure, hands down. You're going to need Aquaman in your collection. And until next time, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews. All my Justice League and DC Multiverse videos are also up, so why don't you go ahead and check those out. And as always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, go ahead and let me know down in the comments, and I'll do my best to add it to my collection if I have the space for it. And until next time, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.